Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear. Today I'm out running some errands. It's a rainy quarantine day and I figured I would show you guys what actually makes it into my pockets, what a real pocket dump looks like for me. So I just hopped into the car. I'm going to be running some errands, going to the store because it's a little bit rainy today. I've got a waterproof jacket on, my beanie, so pardon my quarantine look, if you will, but figured I'd show you guys what actually makes it onto my person when I go out and about. So without further ado, I'll just jump right into it, show you one by one what's in my pockets today. I do see a lot of people do like pocket dump pictures or videos, and sometimes I just think there's no way that they actually carry that much stuff. This is a real legitimate typical carry for me. Obviously some of these items may change or rotate just because I have a lot of gear. I like to carry a lot of things, but keep in mind this is a realistic what I actually have in my pockets to go out today. This isn't like a pocket carry goals or anything like that. This is just my real everyday life, what goes on me. So first, obviously I have keys, PO box key, Olight. This is the IR2 EOS. This is the rechargeable little keychain light, and this sucker is crazy bright for its size. I keep one of these on each of my sets of keys. I think it's just a fantastic light. They're not that expensive for how fantastic they are. It takes a beating. It lives on my keys and just gets like dropped and all kinds of stuff, and it has had no issues. It's rechargeable. You can see it just takes a little micro USB there, and yeah, these are a no-brainer in my book. Love that light. Next, I have a Tacti-key on all of my sets of keys. That's what my house key lives in, so it gives me something to weaponize my keys if I need to. If you haven't seen my video review of these, check it out. Punched a milk jug and showed how effective these are. It's great little setup. Then it's just my car key and a clip because I like to wear my keys on my back right side, clipped onto my belt loop there. And then I can kind of shove these down in my pockets so they don't jangle around. But that's my key setup. Next, because it may get dark while I'm out today, I'm going out kind of later in the afternoon here. I do have a light on me. This is my Olight M2R Warrior Pro, or M2R Pro Warrior. I don't know what order that goes in. This was one of the limited ones. They did just a relatively small batch of these in this camo coloration. I think it looks really cool. It's a little bit different, kind of sticks out compared to most of my just black flashlights. It's got a great clip on it, so if I do carry it in my pocket, I can loop in this way, I can clip on this way. With this clip setup, I believe it's actually intended so you can clip it onto the bill of a hat as well. I don't do that with it, frankly, but this is a great light. If I did need to use this light defensively, it's got this really gnarly bevel on it up here. It's rechargeable. You just use the Olight magnetic recharging cord that it comes with, and I keep one of those plugged in at all times because I carry a lot of Olights. But yeah, this sucker is super bright, has tons of different modes. It's got a light on this button here, so you can see it's flashing green right now. That means I'm good to go on charge. It'll turn red while it's charging, or if it's getting low. Just a really cool setup. I like that there's a tail switch and there's a switch up here as well. Just a great light. This sucker kicks out so many lumens, a nice tight beam. It's an awesome EDC light, although it is a little big on the EDC spectrum. I do also keep one of these designated, a black one that's mounted on my Ruger PC carbine. So that's my weapon light on there, and it works great in that application as well. But I carry this one a lot. Even though it's a little bigger, it's just a light that I love, fits my hand well. And yeah, great one. So today it's in the jacket pocket. And let's see, next, obviously my phone, which is filming this whole thing, so I can't show you. But yeah, I carry an iPhone 11 Pro Max. I just put a Tamfam case on it. You can see there's a post in my Instagram. I'll do a video on it soon, but it's this really cool kind of typography looking case on it with FDE on a clear case. It's a cool case. I did an unboxing on it the other day as well, so check that out. Next, my wallet. Wallet goes with me everywhere. I've been carrying Andar wallets for a long time. I switched at one point and I carried a Travax for a little while, but I found that I wasn't crazy about it. Not because it wasn't a good wallet, but just for the way that I carry a wallet, it didn't work so well for me. I'm a front pocket wallet kind of guy. I'm a little bit weird because I'm left-handed for some things. Like I write and I shoot and I mostly eat left-handed, but most other things I do right-handed. So like for pocket knives, I carry right-handed and I prefer a knife in my right hand. If I'm swinging a bat, it's right-handed. If I'm playing sports, it's right-handed. So because of my weird setup, my phone goes in my front left pocket. I use my phone with my left hand, but my wallet goes in my front right pocket. It's just where it makes sense for me to be able to get to, and that's kind of the comfortable way I've always carried a wallet. But this Andar wallet being so slim, even with, right now it's got more cash than I even typically carry. I've got 4 cards right up here. I've got my license, and it has this pull tab for your most frequently used card. So I keep my debit card right there. It's just an awesome, awesome setup. Keeps everything secure. It's nice and slim in that front pocket. It doesn't bother me. And the reason, most importantly, why this wallet came back into my pocket instead of the Trayvax is that the Trayvax wallet I had was a metal frame, and I carry my knife also in my right front pocket. And so I hate that with that metal frame, I was always worried that I was going to end up scuffing up my knives, especially if I'm carrying a nicer kind of higher end folder. I don't want that steel wallet frame to be scuffing up the titanium of my knife, or if I'm carrying a nice pen or whatever it is. It's just, this isn't going to ruin any of my knives. This is nice soft leather. And so, yeah, this makes more sense for me. For other people, the way they carry a different like metal framed wallet might totally make sense, or a Ridge wallet or something like that. But my happy place has been the Andar. Plus, these are just awesome wallets. I've had probably 3 or 4 other Andar wallets over the years. I've been carrying Andar wallets for, I don't know, maybe 5 years now. Pretty good long time. And this has been my favorite one. This has been in my pocket nonstop for probably 2 years now. Just a really, really great wallet, and checks all the boxes I need it to. So there's that. Next, I always have, I shouldn't say always, I usually have my AirPods on me. Today they're just riding in the 5th pocket of my pants. These are just Apple AirPods. Nothing crazy fancy about them. They just are what they are. I love the AirPods for listening to music, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll put them in if I'm hiking. Most importantly, I love them for making phone calls. When I've got an important phone call to make or be on, or a conference call for work, whatever it is, I love the AirPods. They're excellent at picking up the audio of my voice when I'm on the phone, compared to other buds and stuff like that. And because I'm on an iPhone, it's just seamless. It integrates well. I also always have my Apple Watch on. For some reason, it's on a different screen than usual. There you go. This is a Series 3. I've had this since it was new, essentially when the Series 3 came out. I've got this brown leather strap on it. This was just an Amazon buy. I think this strap was like 15 bucks, something like that. But it works great for me. It's been fantastic. I carry this watch all the time. I used to have several different watches, and I was kind of a watch guy. I loved being able to switch between watches and just kind of accessorize in that way, if you will. But ever since I got the Apple Watch, that all stopped, because now I'm so used to having all of my info right here, being able to read my texts on the fly, being able to track my hikes with my heart rate and do fitness stuff, and all kinds of really cool, really fun stuff with it that has become important to me now that I have it. So the Apple Watch lives on me as well. Beyond that, I think all that's left are knives. So little bit of a philosophy thing. I usually carry a primary knife and a secondary knife. There's the whole 1 is none, 2 is 1 thing, and that's all fine and dandy. I've never had my primary knife fail on me, although I do think it's great to be over prepared. But really, why I like to carry 2 knives, there's a couple of reasons, I suppose. Number one, sometimes I carry a really, really nice knife. And if I'm carrying a really, really nice knife, and I know that I'm somebody who likes to buy, sell, and trade knives, then I want to keep the value of that really, really nice knife as high as I possibly can. I'm always going to be honest with the person who I'm potentially selling a knife to or trading a knife to with how much it's been in pocket, how much it's cut, all that kind of stuff. But if I'm carrying like a $500+ knife, I don't necessarily want to come across a cutting task that I'd rather not potentially ruin it with. You can call that whatever you want to. Some people will just say use all your stuff. I get that. I get that philosophy for sure. Maybe one day if I'm completely just made of money, then I'll use $1,500 knives all day long and won't feel bad about it. But because the way that I'm in the knife hobby often relies on buying, selling, and trading to try new, cool, fun stuff, it's important to me to keep really nice knives in perfect shape. Now this is my Rex 45 Shaman, aptly named nicknamed the Tree Rex. I just got this a few days ago. You've probably seen that unboxing. This is a knife that I intend to use. This is well within my comfort zone of hard use. If I come across a task that I need a knife to get through, then I have no problems using this one. But I like to be used to carrying two knives, and there's another reason why two knives are often on me. Sometimes my primary is pretty big. This is like a 3.5-inch blade, roughly. It's not a super tactical looking, scary looking knife, but sometimes what I carry is kind of tactical and scary looking, or it's just really big or whatever. And so if I'm in a situation where I need to pull out a knife to cut off a tag or whatever it is, and there's a lot of people around, I don't necessarily want to pull out that big, tactical, scary, intimidating knife. So having something smaller and less intimidating is great as well. Or if somebody wants to borrow my knife, and A, they are not someone I really trust to use a knife, or B, some of my knives might be a little bit too much for them in one way or another, then it's great to have that secondary. So today my primary is the Tree Rex Shaman, the Lynch deep carry clip on it. I have a set of scales on the way for this that I'm not going to give away yet. I'll let those be a surprise, but those are super exciting to me. There's some fun scales on the way for this one. But my secondary is in my waistband, tucked behind my belt, which is comfortable for this size of knife. It is my Para 3 in Maximate. This knife is probably in my top 5 at least, maybe top 3 most carried knives, especially because I sometimes carry it as a primary. If I'm only taking one knife somewhere and I want something light and relatively small, if I'm just wearing gym shorts or whatever it is, but it's also oftentimes a secondary. Kind of fits both of those roles for me. It's in one of my favorite steels of all time. This thing is an edge retention beast, and it's just, I love the Para 3. I of course love the PM2 as well. If you know me, then you know that I love my Paramilitary 2 and my Paramilitary 3, but this one makes sense as a secondary. The PM2 is far too big for me to carry as a secondary, frankly. That 1/2 inch makes quite a difference. So I've got this and the Shaman today as my primary and secondary. You can see the size difference, and imagine I'm carrying, I don't know, my ZT 0620, which is blacked out and a Tanto. It's got an Emerson wave on it. It's G10. It's kind of scary looking. The difference between that and this would be much more stark, so this might not be the best example of primary to secondary, but to me it makes sense. I like having two knives on me. So there you have it. That's kind of a mouthful, and I rambled more than I meant to, but I think that is about it. Other than that, the only other real EDC item on me that I can't show you would be my belt. I wear a Core Essentials reinforced gun belt. I love the rigidity of that belt. The ratchet system is fantastic. Mine's an OD green with their kind of powder-coated black buckle, and it's a great belt for me. Yeah, that's the only other thing that's like consistently on me. I think that's about it. But if you have any questions about what I carry, why I carry, what I carry, anything like that, feel free to drop it below in the comments, and I'll try to get back to you and answer any of those questions. But this is my real everyday bearded gear carry. So hopefully you've enjoyed checking it out, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.